Yaman, one of the most popular Turkish actors in recent years, has captivated audiences in Europe and beyond with his charisma, talent, and confidence. With a successful career, he has managed to make a name for himself not only in Turkey but also in Italy, where his fame grows day by day. However, his personal life has sparked much curiosity, especially regarding his search for true love. Although his life is filled with luxury, fame, and admiration, Yaman seems to have yet to find what he is truly looking for: a serious and lasting relationship. Throughout his career, he has had several romances that didn't work out, and his most talked about relationship, the one with Demet Özdemir, remains a recurring topic among his followers, many of whom believe she was the great love of his life. However, it seems Can remains trapped in a cycle of superficial dating, night after night, searching for something he perhaps isn't finding in the right places. It is well known that Yaman enjoys the nightlife. Exclusive restaurants, clubs, and high-profile events are his usual habitat. But does this really help him find love? For many, the answer is no. If he is truly looking for a serious relationship, perhaps he should reconsider his habits and realize that seeking love in the nightlife scene might be pulling him away from what he really desires. Despite his achievements and the admiration he receives for his behavior and involvement in social causes, many wonder if Can Yaman will be able to balance his career and his desire to find true love. He has himself stated that he wants to find that great love, but it seems his choices and lifestyle are not aligned with that goal. In the end, every decision in life comes with a cost. Yaman can continue enjoying his comfortable and fun-filled life, or he can choose to make significant changes that bring him closer to what he truly wants: true love. But as we all know, love is not found just anywhere, and perhaps he will need to make an effort to look for it in the right places at the right time. The situation between Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir has always been surrounded by much speculation and attention, and from my perspective, Demet has been a key figure who has dealt with many emotional ups and downs. At first, many saw her as a woman who, despite her success, had an authentic relationship with Can, based on the chemistry that showed between them on and off camera. However, over time, things seem to have changed, and the comments from fans revealed that the situation wasn't as simple as it seemed at first. In several comments I've read, there is a clear division of opinions about Demet. Some fans seem to regret her breakup with Can Yaman and highlight how well they looked together, even suggesting that she didn't appreciate all that he offered her. In this regard, I wonder if the expectations people had about their relationship influenced her decisions so much that it became difficult for her to see what truly suited her. Often, external expectations can cause a person to act contrary to what they really feel, and this may have been the case for Demet. It's interesting to note that, although Can Yaman was very open with his feelings toward Demet, she, on the other hand, was always more reserved. Perhaps this difference in temperaments was one of the keys to their relationship, as on the one hand, Can gave himself completely, while Demet maintained a more restrained posture, perhaps trying to protect her private life. This can be seen in different ways. For some, her reserved nature might be interpreted as disinterest or even coldness, while others defend her, arguing that she simply wanted to maintain her independence and not let others' opinions affect her personal life. Many of the comments I've read about Demet also touch on the topic of her emotional maturity. Despite her youth, Demet seems to have had clarity about what she wanted in life, which contrasted, for example, with Can's apparent immaturity, which many point out as one of the reasons for the breakup. The way some followers mention that Demet made the decision to step away can be interpreted as a sign of strength and autonomy on her part. In many of the observations I found, some believe Demet wasn't able to tolerate the immature nature of the relationship and, instead of continuing to fight for something that didn't make her happy, preferred to take a step back. This, to me, reflects a level of self-awareness and self-respect that is admirable. At the same time, the constant comparison between Demet and other figures in the industry is something that seems to have affected her emotionally. It's clear that at times, the entertainment world can be ruthless, and the pressure of always being in the spotlight can create a lot of anguish. Several people in the comments point out how the public, instead of giving her space to evolve and make her own mistakes, judged her and expected too much from her. It's as if her personal life was under a microscope, and it's not unusual for the most passionate fans to project their own desires or expectations onto the artists. In this regard, it seems Demet has had to deal with a significant emotional weight that hasn't always been recognized by the public. Despite all this, it seems Demet has managed to stand firm in the face of the challenges presented to her. Even when things got complicated in her relationship with Can, she showed an attitude that, in retrospect, seems to be the most mature. It's not easy to make difficult decisions when you're in the public eye, and I think many people don't fully understand the pressure Demet must have felt. She, unlike others, has been able to prioritize her personal well-being above others' expectations. In some way, her decision to step away from Can seems like an act of bravery, a recognition that, despite the emotions involved, she needed to follow her own path.